Yo, what's up, everyone? We're back with another video. It's been a long time since I've recorded, but as some of y'all know, I love RLCS, and by the time of this upload, it will be the week of the RLCS Major 1 in Copenhagen. So I thought, let's do some predictions for it. We're gonna go ahead and just hop right into it. So, first we got Carmine Limitless. This is pretty clear. Carmine's just gonna 3-0. Carmine was best team in the world this season so far. Limitless is an SSA team. Nice that they're finally at the major. They're gonna get destroyed. BDS Elevate. Yeah, BDS is probably gonna 3-0 as well. BDS was top 3 team in the world so far. Elevate. I actually like this Elevate roster a lot. They beat Gaming Gladiators. And if anyone knows the World Championship last season, 2/3 of that Elevate roster from Worlds, who won 2 games, which is pretty impressive for an APAC team, was the Gaming Gladiators team. This Elevate team took them down, so clearly Elevate's not too bad. And then now we get G2 Pioneers. After's watching, he knows how much that I love OCE, but he also knows that I am not going to pick Pioneers over G2. So this could be another 3-0 in my opinion. Finally, we have the first interesting matchup. We have Vitality, who a lot of people have them around like the 3rd or 4th best team in the world. I honestly have them probably closer to 6th right now. I'm just not very high on Vitality. Yeah, they had a good Regional 3, but that Regional 1 and 2 was just not very good at all. And, I mean, yeah, they were good in Regional 3, but they also had a very Mickey run. The only team that I really thought was impressive that they played, not even beat, but played, was Carmine, and they took 2 games off them, and it was good, but just not enough for me to fully be convinced that they're going to be a actual major contender. Well, I guess they are a major. I think they'll make top 8. But and then we got Complexity, who they were NA last season. They were the 2nd best NA team at the end of the season, and then they moved the Sam and picked up Dorito after dropping HAG. And to be honest, I just don't really think Dorito's much of. I think he's a downgrade. But his Complexity roster, they were pretty decent. And I do think that because of how Complexity is, they're a little worse, but so is Vitality. And I think they match up pretty well. We saw them go to 5 in Boston last season, so I think it'll be interesting. Genji Power. So, again, After's probably watching. I think Power is very underrated. It could be pretty good this season. However, I do not think they're going to beat Genji, who is my favorite team. I think Genji has top 4 aspirations. Power, on the other hand, would be lucky to make top 8. I will give them a game, though. And then now we have Gentlemates Rule 1. And both these teams, I'm just not very impressed with. Gentlemates, they had a really good Regional 1. And then the last 2, they looked worse and worse. Regional 3, they looked horrible against BDS. And BDS wasn't playing good. It was Gentlemates being terrible. Rule 1, on the other hand, I think is one of the biggest carry jobs I've ever seen. Nupo single-handedly got them to this major. Ahmed and Khaled were bad. They were not good at all. It was Nupo dragging and kicking them. Dragging them to the major. And I just don't think Rule 1's going to be that good. They may make it to the round of 5 even. That would be lucky. I'm going to give it to Gentlemates in 4. Next we have Falcons OG. Falcons, unlike Rule 1, look incredible. I think they are a world championship contender. Even though we're at Major 1. I'm just sporting a random crap. In Major 1, I really think they could win the major. I don't know if they will. We'll get to that point later, but they could. I think they're Clears, Roas, TRK. They look great. I'm gonna give them 4. I think OG looked great in Regional 3. They took out SSG, who I think is the 4th best team in NA, and then they really could have taken Genji to 7, who ended up winning the regional. So I think OG's a pretty good team and could make top 8. Unlikely, but could. We'll see what happens. And then LG Furia. LG had the most Mickey run to the major of all time. And I I don't think they're very good. I don't think they're the fourth best team in NA, even as the 3 seed. I think they're the 5th best team compared to Furia, who, well, I don't think they're on the level of Falcons in terms of minor region teams. Furia could definitely win the major. I just don't think they're as likely as a lot of these other teams, but they're a lot better than LG. I'm just gonna give it a clean sweep. Oh boy. Well, that was unexpected. So yeah, KC Vitality in the second round. Now we've seen this 3 times. The first time, it was a close game, went to game 5. The second time was a 4-0 sweep in the quarterfinals. And then the third time was the grand finals we saw last time, where Vitality got 2 games off of them. I don't think they'll get 2. I think they'll get 1. But KC's going to take care of business. Now, BDS Falcons. Ooh. This is the matchup of my 3rd ranked Power 8 team and my 4th ranked Power 8 team. So, this is going to be close. I really think Falcons are going to come out better. I think they're going to be hot that day. They're going to have a good day, and they're going to take down BDS. It's a little bit of an upset, I know, but I like Falcons in that matchup. E2 Gentlemates. Let's make this clear. Gentlemates is not on the same level as G2. G2 is probably a grand finals. They should be making grand finals of this major. Gentlemates, I don't even think, might not even make top 8. This should not be close. And Infuriate Gen G, ooh. So, I think Gen G should win this. They really should. But Furia is going to be tough. They are very fast, very mechanical. Something Gen G struggled with the first 2 regionals. They got it under control in the 3rd one. And they were able to win it all because of it. And I'm going to give them the win. But it's going to be close. Complexity Limitless. Oop, no, 3-0. Quick 3-0. OG Elevate. Also another quick 3-0. Nothing much to talk about. Rule 1 Pioneers. I don't like Pioneers. I think Pioneers are pretty bad. But I'll give them a win. I'll give them a game. I'll give them just one, you know. Then Power Luminosity. Whoo. This is... How bad do I think Luminosity is? To be honest, I really like Power. I think Power can be a good team. I really do. So I'm gonna give it to him in 5. But I mean, Luminosity definitely could win this. But Power, they looked great. They swept the region. They didn't lose a single series the entire season so far. I think they'll get that win over LG. G2 Falcons. This is a tough one because both these teams are great. But G2, they play really good defense. Very, very good defense. Their offense is just centered around letting they play such great defense that their offense is good. It's hard to explain, but if you watch them, you know what I mean. Falcons, on the other hand, they have 2 great offensive players and probably the best defender in the world. But I like Daniel. I like Beast Mode. I like Atomic. I give it to him 5. KC Gen G. I like Gen G. I think they're great. I don't think they're on KC's level. This one, on the other hand, should be a quick 3-0. Furia Rule 1. I like Furia a lot. Furia is fast, and I mean fast. They are mechanical. And the fact is, though, Khaled is just not going to be able to keep up with these guys from Sam. I'll give him 1 game, but Furia is going to make it easy. Vitality OG. I like OG a lot. I think OG has a good chance, but the fact is, Vitality is going to be good, and I think they're going to be mad. I think they're going to wake up mad that day. It's going to be a 3-0. Gentlemate's Complexity. Whew. So we have Sam 2 versus U4. I have Gentlemates rated just a bit higher, but I think Complexity... Nah, I'm going to give Gentlemates in 5. This one's like 3-0. Now, this is going to be considered an upset to some. I don't think it is. I've watched a lot of OCE this season. Outside of Amphis, Pioneers are bad. They were not even the third. They were the third best team in OC in my opinion. I think they just got a lucky side of bracket and got to avoid power most of the time. They only faced the 2 times they faced power were both in the grand finals. I like Elevate more. I'm gonna give it to them 5. Falcons Genomates, not even close. Now so this is gonna be very biased, and it's gonna be unpopular, but this is also something I truly believe. I think Gen.G's better than Vitality right now. I really do. I don't trust Radosin. I don't trust Alpha. I do trust Gen.G. I think Vitality's gonna go to around 5. Now this one is gonna be a fun one. I wouldn't say most mechanical, but the 2 of the fastest teams. BDS doesn't have the same mechanics level as some other teams, but they are fast. They beat everybody. No, I think it's gonna be a tough one, but I think BDS is gonna get the job done. Complexity Elevate. Yeah, it's gonna be a 3-0. OG, LG. We've seen this twice. The first time went to LG, the second time went to OG. I'm more impressed with OG in their current form, so I'm gonna give it to OG in 4. Rule 1 power. Oh boy. So, I've been hyping up power. I've said they're better than Rule 1 a few times, but I'm gonna backtrack on my statement. I like Rule 1, or not Rule 1. I like power. I think power can be great. I have faith in Nupo to get the job done. After is gonna be confused that I'm backtracking my statement, saying that power is. I said power was better than Rule 1 before, but I'm changing my mind here. I'm gonna go Rule 1. Fear of complexity. We've seen this a bunch of times. This is not gonna be close. We'll give complexity a game, but Fear is gonna take care of business. Vitality Rule 1. So. The last time we saw this on RLCS was one of the greatest sweeps I've ever seen. Not in terms of dominance, but in terms of quality of gameplay, including the 12-minute overtime at Boston. One of the greatest games of Rocket League ever played. This Rule 1 team has 0 players from that Boston matchup. I think we're finally going to get to see Zen versus Nupo on LAN too. That'll be fun, but this is, Rule 1 just doesn't compare. Now this is, another controversial one. So Gentlemates as a roster is better than OG, and I don't think it's really close. But OG is way hotter this season. Right at this moment, they look very hot. However, Gentlemates has been battle tested, while OG has had a very Mickey run, being elevated in LG. It's gonna pain me, but I am gonna pick Gentlemates here. And now, here is the bracket we have. Oh, are you kidding me? I don't like that. But it is what it is. So, this one, not even close. 4-0. We'll come back to that. BDS Furia, we saw it right here. Went to 5. I'm gonna give BDS to win again. This time's gonna go to 6. G2 Vitality. So, like I said, I don't think Vitality is as good as some people are making out. G2 look great. They look like they're gonna be where they look like they're gonna be NA's, comeback team. And I'm gonna give it to them in 7. But G2, they're NA's last hope. We gotta hope for them to make it to grand finals. Next, we have Falcons Gen.G. This is gonna pain me because I want to pick Gen.G so bad, but Falcons are a great team. I have Gen.G at 5 in my power rankings, with Falcons at 4. So it's close, but I really think I'd love to see Falcons in the semis as much as I want to see Gen.G. I'm gonna go with the Falcons in 7. KC Falcons. This one I feel like it's gonna be a 6. Go with 6, but KC's just too good. Now G2 BDS. Whew. Most people would pick BDS because EU was much better last season, but this is where NA makes his comeback. Gonna send G2 to the grand finals to face off against KC and lose. Boring, I know. Very boring, but that is what we have so far. So let me know how you think I did. Let me know your predictions for the major. I will be doing a watch party for Championship Sunday. For the last, these 3 series will be played on Championship Sunday, and I will be watch partying them. So, I think it turned out, I'm honestly pretty happy with it. I would have loved to send Jinji to the semis. I don't want to be too biased. So I'm going to send Falcons, but I could see Jinji going. I really could. But I think that's a good prediction. So, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll hopefully see you for my watch party.